Live look over Capitol Hill. The House is expected to resume business today with a new speaker in charge, Mike Johnson.
The vote coming 3 weeks, finally, after Kevin McCarthy was ousted and several failed votes for other Republican candidates.
Our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes, joins us, and now we can actually get back to work in terms of the House members. What are the challenges facing Representative Johnson?
There are tons of challenges, 22 days of nothing being done, 14 different candidates, 4 nominees, and a billion different votes, it seemed like. Now we have a speaker and we can get back to the work of the people. I think the first challenge, and he tipped his hat to it yesterday during his speech, that's Mike Johnson. He said, listen, the first thing on the agenda is making sure that we have funding for our top ally in Israel, right? Mm-hmm. Round of applause. Everyone stands up and claps. Then he made no mention of Ukraine. And so when Hakeem Jeffries made a mention of Ukraine right before he went, he got a light round of applause. I think that will be a point of contention because, as you know, the President Biden is asking for funding for Ukraine already, $100 million last week he asked for. And if the Republicans aren't willing to even give any extra funding to Ukraine, that we're going to be right back to where we started with McCarthy. If you're not willing to make concessions at this point, it can be extremely problematic within the House. They already had to get their own House in order on the Republican side. So I think that would be the second thing, ensuring that the House is shored up. And yesterday was a great way of showing it. Everyone supported him. No one voted against him. Great show of support. Now when you start trying to pass agendas and pass bills, we'll see how much that support really, how strong it is.
Does this vote yesterday give any hope to the Republican Party that maybe their internal conflicts are over?
I think for sure their conference wanted to show a message yesterday, and I think they did a great job of that. The last 22 days have been a disaster. You know, it has really been a cluster of showing bad politics internally, and they did an excellent job of saying, walking out of the room and saying, I'll support whoever the nominee is, and they did that. That's what you want as a party. And if you want to show like a strong show of support, making sure that no one voted against them internal and they're behind the closed door vote, but no one voted for any other candidate on the floor. That was extremely showing to where they are. And he's a strong candidate, someone that most folks had to Google. There's a couple senators said, I had to Google him to see who he was. Behind the scenes person, evangelical, someone that is a family person. So he'll be able to at least make sure he can have support within his own party, but has also been a strong defender of the former president. So I think that portion may be hard in terms of bridging the gap and reaching across the aisle with his Democratic colleagues.
Will Speaker Johnson be able to keep the government open? We've got that November 17th budget deadline.
We got to take it back to how we got here. We got here because those 4 or 8 folks that did not want McCarthy there kind of forced him out. And the only way we avoided that short-term shutdown was concessions. So the question is he willing to concede on anything? And he hasn't done enough. He hasn't said enough outside of obviously running and being an elected official in U.S. Congress, but being able to say, can I concede on big issues like the budget? I think only time will tell.